Hey guys, welcome to Brony Breakdown. I'm Saberspark.
And I am not Paleo.
And you're not, because you're like the complete opposite of him in like every way.
I don't know. I think I could do a decent Paleo impression, but it wouldn't be fair.
Dolphin call.
No, I'm Final Draft, guys. I'm filling in for Paleo because he's in the chat, but we originally thought he wasn't going to be around, so we planned and scheduled and everything. We shared our hopes. We shared our dreams.
Don't you even start with that.
Don't
start with that. No. You know, I'm going to say that at a panel. You're going to be at the panel, Unicon, and I will say, share hopes and dreams, and it's going to get in your head. It's going to get stuck in your head. And I'm going to, like, tactical nuke right in your brain. You'll be stuck with it.
No, Saber's not making Draft the New Paleo. Nobody could replace you or your infinite love for what is it he likes? Octopi?
Crustaceans.
Crustaceans, cephalopods.
Ecclesiastes.
Deuteronomy.
Duty.
Wow.
Duty. No, it's been a crazy week. I gotta say, guys, I want to say I'm sorry for the craziness that's Brony Breakdown right now. Paleo and I did announce that we were taking a hiatus a couple weeks ago, but it's just been, everything's been changing. I'm not the kind of person where I actually plan things at 100%. I'm more, I'm by the skin of my teeth. Is that how you say it? Or,
yeah. I'm aware of this, painfully aware.
You're the one, like, you're pretty much telling me to get ready before the show, and I'm like, I'll be ready in a second.
Yeah, he kept delaying.
I want to kill this one last Zerg boss before we call it quits.
Classy,
me.
Classy.
All right, well, I think we have about 20 or 27 minutes or so until the show, and this is the show.
The show.
Just don't even know.
You know what? That's it. That's it. You're taking a back seat.
No. Okay.
Everybody, welcome to Brony Breakdown with Final Draft and my co-host Saberspark. How are you doing today, Saber?
Jeff, don't you even right now. Right?
How are you doing today, Saber?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I've been doing pretty good. It's been a really busy week. How about you?
Yeah.
What have you done this week? What have you done this week?
Nothing but writing. My brain's fried.
Really?
Literally, I've been cranking out about 10 pages a day. No joke.
So, is this documentary going to end up just being you sitting in front of a fireplace reading a script?
Nope. When I was young, when I was in high school, my teacher taught me, when it comes to writing, you have to free write. And you gotta just pour all your thoughts, all your research onto a piece of paper as much as you can.
So you share your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I shared them all up and down this piece of paper, aka Google Documents, and it's getting close to like 150 page points. So it's long. That's double space, of course, but still, it's like 12 times it's like 10 times larger than any term paper I've ever had to submit. So yeah, it's
I'm actually excited to see how this turns out. I'm just hoping you don't put on like the announcer voice.
No. Paleo and I were very adamant about how just being very not like nonchalant, but not being too serious. We wanted it to be like an episode of Brony Breakdown that's a bit more educational.
Yeah.
So that's the idea.
Educational. Well, anyway, so are you excited for Vegas?
Very excited. Very, very excited. I'm looking forward to getting out there, and I actually been talking to some other people to get some interviews for the doc, because I figured if I'm going out there, I'm going to bring my camcorder and get some last-minute interviews that I desperately need, so I can finally call it complete, because we have about 50 so far, but I still need to get a few more.
Well, and is your plan still what we were talking about earlier, to release it as kind of a mini-series?
Nope, we're going to release it in 3 chunks. History, community, and science.
Communism,
and the Great Pony Republic.
No, I'm excited to see when you have, like, I haven't looked at the script, obviously, or anything, but for me that is really interesting, because there have been, there are other documentaries that have been in the news today, and that was something I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah.
Oh, want to chat about that?
We should. It's part of the news.
Yeah, I feel like we We should. Yeah. Let's chat about it.
Let's just get this out.
Yeah. Lay it on the ground, down on the line.
Okay. Everybody's throwing a fit because, and this is, I guess, is part of the news for today specifically. But what is it? The BronyCon documentary announced that they're going to stop production on the bonus material for the documentary because of piracy. They say that there's so much rampant piracy in the community for the doc that it's not worth it financially for them. And I want to know what your thoughts are. Like, off.
Okay. Let me turn off my fan quickly, and I'll give you a piece of my mind.
Let me just go and leave.
No, I'm here. I have long feet. I can reach the foot. It's a floor fan. I can reach my foot. So shut up. God. All right. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So, ever since Paleo and I started working on the documentary, which once again I'm not going to be dwelling on ours this entire time. I just wanted to. It's just what we're working on, so it's relevant.
Yeah.
Paleo. No, when Paleo and I first announced our documentary, that was before the documentary announced theirs. So we were kind of a little bit aside ourselves when they are like, hey, we're doing a documentary, and we're like, Paleo and I are putting our hipster glasses on saying, oh, really? But we weren't against the idea. We're like, okay, this is the official one from the big dog, so we'll see what they can do. And ever since then, we've been to BronyCon, Everfree, and Carolette Gardens, and Equality, and all these. We've been busy. We've been keeping busy. What they do never deterred our course of action. We've always had a game plan, and we stuck to it because it's a labor of love. We want to make something that isn't going to make us money. It isn't going to be a pat in the back. It's going to be straight up like, here are the facts, guys.
Hold on just a second. I need to adjust your soapbox. Okay, you're good.
Thank you. Okay, I almost fell off there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And this is not about the other documentary.
No, but I know what you're saying.
We want to make it all comprehensive, or all encompassing, where it's like this is not the end all be all, but goddamn near it. I said the bad word. But the other documentary, it's a shame what happened. It is. I think when you have this active of a community that communicates like on this level, where everybody's connected, it's kind of hard to hide things. And I'm not saying they were hiding things, but they didn't really make it clear at the start. Like, a lot of us were under the impression that this documentary was paid for and it's going to be free. At least that was my understanding. I'm like, okay, the donators gave it to them. Now that way they can get paid and release it, and no one has to buy it. It's just the message for the world, whatever. That wasn't the case. And I don't think they ever intended that to be the case. So it was a little bit of a surprise when we found out only a couple months ago that they actually would be charging for it.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's take a step back here. I mean, because believe it or not, we only have a limited amount of time before Cathy. Dun, dun, dun.
Let's hear. I want to hear from you. Go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
Okay, so here's the thing, though, too, is that they did announce when they first were putting it together that that it was going to be something they were going to sell. They never did claim that it was going to be. They were just going to give away the documentary to the world. That was something on their Kickstarter and everything. They made it clear that it was going to be something for sale. So, to their credit, it's not like they're coming out of nowhere and saying
no. That isn't. Yeah, that isn't
but,
like that.
But that all being said, I think the problem that they've faced is, and they kind of addressed this. Michael Brokoff made a post today about this. The problem they faced is that they originally had a $60,000 budget that they were shooting for, and they increased it to $300,000, and they raised over $320,000. And for that amount of money, I think people have really high expectations in this community, because the truth is that we have a ton of very talented musicians, film editors, whatever, that do all their work, and they just put it out there, and they do professional grade animating or whatever. As a community, we're kind of, in a sense, new in that regard, because what they did as a documentary is they did all their work through the standard Hollywood procedure, which is paying professional editors and paying professional videographers and agents and lawyers, and I mean, they went through the whole rigmarole. So they actually spent all that money, and I don't know that the community really understands that. I'm not saying that I don't know where each dollar went, and I don't know that it's our right to know, but I do think that if they really want to depend on the Brony community, which by and large is the only reason they exist, to to keep them going, they need to be a little more upfront about where the money went, because the standard procedure for for any kind of production out of Hollywood, right, is you have your producers, and your producers throw money at a project and they expect an investment. And the difference here is that the producers, in the sense, for the BronyCon doc were the donators.
Yep.
And the donators do get free copies of the documentary. So the piracy is for people who didn't donate.
Well, here's something. I think Nash said this in the Mumble chat where he said, let's be real. They were counting on Bronies to buy this. They were.
Yeah, were.
That's why they're upset, because that didn't actually happen. And I think there's a little bit of a shocker where it's like they're talking about, here, this is the message for the world about Bronies. We're not pandering. And then they're like, wait a second, why aren't Bronies buying this? Why aren't they being the wind beneath our wings to get us to where we need to be?
Well, I asked at EQLA, they did a preview of the doc in November, and Saber, this made Saber very happy when I asked this question. I asked them if they intended on, what their intent for the film was in terms of the general public, because it is incredibly pro Brony. It's a very biased film.
Yeah, it is.
And I love that. That it's positive, and it kind of showcases the community really well. But I also asked them what their intention was for the general public, and they said, well, we intend on bringing it to film festivals, whatever. Well, I think they need to make that really clear to the Brony community, and they need to stop looking at this in such a small scope then. They need to be ambitious with this. If their intention is to get this to the public, well, get it to the general public. I also think they should have set aside more money for distribution, because they're arguing that piracy is the reason why they're having a hard time getting it on Netflix and on some other sites. And I can kind of see that, but everything's pirated.
Well, we have this active of a community. Okay, let's say if this was a documentary about, let's say, I don't know, the Transformers community, which doesn't exist really, then they aren't... Bronies are very aware people. They're always like online every day trying to keep up to date with what's going on. So word travels fast, and something like the Brony documentary...
I think in the end, the community, it's like you said, we're all very, very close-knit. Everybody knows somebody who knows somebody, and there are thousands upon thousands of Bronies, but the truth is that, I knew somebody was going to call you out on that. There is a Transformers community, Saber. Be careful. The truth is that...
Optimus! That's my Elijah.
I should say that actually a bunch of the voices of Optimus Prime are going to be at Vegas. Vegas.
Yeah, he's going to be there,
Well, no, they're like several of the voices.
Of Transformers, not Optimus Prime.
Anyway.
You're drunk.
Of Optimus Prime and Transformers. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. The truth of the matter is that this community looks at it like, okay, there were members of the community. Like, I know that there's somebody in the chat right now, I'm not going to name names, who donated $5,000 to this documentary. And I think for the rest of us, we see people donating like that. And we, as a community, think, okay, well, as a community, we've done the donation. We all kind of feel like we participated in that, even if we didn't pay out of pocket. And the truth is that the way that they're looking at it from their angle is, if you didn't donate, then you're not part of their producers community, right? And that you're stealing the film. I guess the Bronies feel like that this is a film for them, so why should they have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Especially since it was donated originally. This wouldn't be as much of an issue for us if this was an independently created documentary that was funded independently. If people weren't donating to make this happen, I don't think there would have been as much piracy.
There's also a lot of hype, to the point where I think a lot of people had very unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, there is that too. I will say this, just between everybody who's listening and you.
I'm not listening.
I actually talked to Michael Brokoff and John Delancey about this, and I told them specifically what I feared the community was viewing the situation as, and they explained it to me. They're like, well, we put this money towards the doc. It's not like it was put in some secret bank account or whatever. It was like, and I said, well, the problem is that you had everybody donate towards this thing, and you made it sound like this was going to be the definitive public declaration of what Bronies are, to fight against the Howard Sterns and the Tosh.0s and all of that. And then you went over budget, and we still funded you, and now you're upset that some people on, say, 4chan or whatever are pirating it. And
by the way, the Pirate Bay, I mean, they've messed with people like Paramount and Viacom. And there's no way a little
John Delancey, of all people, knows about piracy because, he was involved with Next Generation, so he knows that all that stuff is nothing.
It's nothing.
What I told them, and I'll say this, if they really want to get the community behind them in terms of preventing piracy and getting this to the general public, they need to present the moral case of why this documentary needs to be supported by the entire community, not just the donators, but the entire community. And the moral case that's out there that they could do, and I don't know if they're going to decide to do this, is to say, look, this is our best shot to get the idea of Bronies out to the general public in a safe and positive way.
Can I interject for a second?
Yes.
So I was reading the chat, and I want to make this clear. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for 4chan. So I know 4chan isn't perfect, and a lot of the stuff that comes out of there is less than, reputable. But still, I think a lot of this wouldn't have happened if the documentary would have just given 4chan a shout out and say, and thanks to the people at 4chan for starting up this Brony stuff, because that's where it really began.
Well, the problem is that
they ignored it.
4chan isn't a person. 4chan's a bunch of users.
/co. That's where it happened.
What would happen is everybody would say, well, you should have done a shout out to Reddit, or you should have done a shout out to
they didn't give a shout out to anybody at all. They should have just said, in that song, said it should have said /co, and that's all they're the same. That's it. And I guarantee a lot of 4chaners might have been like, okay, they at least acknowledge it, because 4chaners are very, hate to say, prideful people. They like hearing their names.
No, I understand that, and I'm not saying you're necessarily wrong. I do think, though, that it's not about the credits, because they had 10 minutes of credits.
No, I mean, in the actual film, they should have said 4chan.
They should have. They did mention.
No, they didn't mention 4chan.
Well, I thought they did.
Not at all. They said it was hipster Bronies, so it's kind of a slap to the face, actually.
Okay, well, either way, I don't.
4chan, aka hipster Bronies.
Look, we can't go back in time.
They're like, "What you call me?"
What I'm getting at, I mean, and then I think, otherwise, because this is something you talk about for hours on.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is that unless the BronyCon documentary really pushes itself, and first of all, it's a little more. I mean, I don't think there's anything shady with their finances, but I do think that until they kind of clearly delineate where the Bronies' money went, they're going to keep having all this speculation. Because the truth is, they did spend the money on production, and it makes sense. I mean, if you've looked into the costs of making any movie in Hollywood, you'll know that it's way expensive. But what they need to do is, explain, okay, here's the general sense of where this money that you donated went to. And then they also, I think, if they really want to fight piracy and get the community behind them, they need to say, look, this is a film advocating you, and we want to bring it to the world. But piracy is stopping us from doing that. And I think the problem is that they're coming from the standard producer mindset, which is, look, we made this film for our producers, and if people are pirating it, then that is their fault.
That awkward moment where Bronies wouldn't exist if it wasn't for pirating.
Yeah, there's that too. I think the truth is that unless they really start pushing the moral overarching goal of the documentary, they are going to face piracy, and they're not going to see as much success as they would.
A lot of pirates are targeting them specifically because.
But they sold this. They sold this to the donators. I mean, the people in the chat right
now.
Well,
here's the thing: is like they should okay. Let's say
they sold. Hold on, let me finish this one thing. They sold it as a way to represent this community to the general public, and they put it as a moral imperative that by donating to the doc, you were going to help do that. That was part of their whole pitch.
Yeah, well, I mean, and now it's kind of a shame that it's not going to be that way.
Well, I think they're still pushing for it to be that way. And I should say, too, I've talked to Brokoff, I've talked to Laurent, I've talked to John Delancey, and I don't think
I feel for them, by the way. I really do. It's just old Hollywood not synergizing with new age internet people. That's the problem.
Now, the point is that what they should do is they should recognize that they're not dealing with a standard Hollywood setup, and they also recognize that unless they are going to maintain the moral angle that they started off with, because I'll bet the people in the chat right now who donated to this documentary did it partially because they wanted some professional group to represent the Brony community to the world. I think that was the main motivating factor for donations. And I get the feeling they've kind of lost sight of that in how they've explained why they're selling it now and why I guess in the end
it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, it was Linkin Park.
I will say this: I know that they want to do that. They're not like looking to just create a doc and then ditch and bail, but they haven't done a good job of explaining that to the public. They've just assumed that we all know that, and they're forgetting that the internet often runs with rumors.
Well, I don't know, because I mean the people who would have bought the doc, I mean I don't know. Let's say if they had other producers do it, then they could have made about $500,000 or so from selling the doc to the Brony fandom and other people, because they made about $400,000 in donations. Now imagine those donations were actually people buying the documentary. So I don't know.
See, but the truth is that
it varies, but still,
I don't think they are looking to become billionaires.
No, they're not. But
what's going on. I think the problem is though that when they raise their budget, and between the fact they raised their budget, that their budget came from donators looking to promote the community, and that they then haven't really explained where $300,000 went. Even though I know anybody in Hollywood,
it's expensive stuff.
It's not just equipment; it's also just editing costs, legal costs. I mean, they did everything on the board.
You know what bugs me is that they'll fly all the way to Israel and get like 3 minutes of footage for Tombstone. It's like, huh.
I don't know if I agree with that either, but
from the sounds of it, like when we were at EQLA at the screen, they were saying like this extra bonus DVD or whatever will have lots of awesome, cool stuff, and I was like, I want to see that more than the actual doc.
Now they're saying they aren't going to do it.
I think that's where their money went to is the extra stuff, and now it's like, what a waste.
Yeah, it would be a waste if they don't release it. I think they're trying.
What a waste.
Yeah, we can go on and on about this, but that's kind of the big news for today, that everybody on Twitter and the Tumblrs and the Reddits and the tweeters and...
Well, in lighter news, Paleo and I were doing just fine with our documentary. It's still going to take some time, guys, not going to lie, but it's coming together.
Not going to lie.
Our rough cut should be up and running by the end of this weekend. We're taking our time because we want... I mean, at this moment, there's a stigma on Brony documentaries, as is, so there's no rush. And I think about a month or two from now, you'll be really wanting some Brony stuff, and we'll have about 3 hours worth to hit you with. So, just patience. We're doing our best. We want to deliver. We haven't lost track of what we want to accomplish here. And it's on YouTube for free. Yay!
Well, there you go. I mean, and there's other stuff coming up too. That unofficial stuff I can't mention, but there are other people working on stuff like that. Okay, well, let's talk about other news this week.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes. Yeah, let's talk about I don't know what else is going on this week.
Okay, well, let's see.
A new episode comes out not tomorrow, but the next day.
Yeah. Well, actually, there was one kind of semi-leak of an announcement that at least the various sources are kind of collaborating to say that season 4 has been confirmed with 26 episodes.
Sweet.
That's some news.
Jeff probably knows the answer. He's just not telling us.
Look, I'm not.
Jeff knows that about season 6 probably.
I think the problem I have is when you know stuff like this.
You're rolling your eyes, dude, because I know you're like, let's talk about this season 4. I know in the back of your head you're like, I know about the next 15 seasons.
They're not going to 15; they're going to 17.
All
and
right.
The other thing is, no, I mean honestly, I think it's cool. It looks like, from what my understanding is, that it was on Daniel Ingram's site that he put it on his resume that he was doing. That he worked on season 4. That there were 26 episodes. When that gets officially confirmed or whatever, I think that will be good for the community, just to remind them, because the truth of it is, I'll just say this, because this should be pretty straightforward, obvious. I mean, you would imagine that the cast would talk in past tense if the show was over, right? They would say, "Oh yeah, I loved doing that role."
They're talking on Twitter. They're like, "We're writing new episodes up," and it's like, "Well, there you go."
Yeah, it's not a
secret. It's pretty obvious.
Well, I mean, people still they like to hear confirmation or whatever. You know, and I think it's gonna be interesting, you know, especially with the upcoming season finale, and then, you know, stuff like that. It'll be cool.
It is.
I hate knowing and not being.
I've heard. I don't know. I've heard rumors about season 4. I've heard good things.
Well, I think it's all looking very positive for, you know, in terms of the Brony community and having new stuff to work off of.
You know what's funny is I think the Brony community actually has a thicker skin than we let on. Like, I think we talk and get upset, but then after like a week or two, we kind of let it go. Like the Derpy stuff. It's like, Derpy hasn't been here all season. We don't care. It is what it is. It sucks.
Oh, they care. They care.
I know, but it's like, I mean, we care, but it's like, what can you do? Let's just live and let live, or move on.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know. The show's still good. That's what I care about.
Yeah, no, the show's still awesome, and I mean, I haven't seen a bad episode yet this season. I've seen weaker episodes, but not a bad one.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I think Brony sometimes gets just so riled up over little things like that, and it's like you're overexerting yourself. Just, it's not worth it. Just let it go.
Okay, so I think maybe, tell me if this plan sounds good to you, since in about 3 minutes we're going to have Cathy Weseluck, voice of Spike, voice of Mayor, on the show with us live. I'm thinking maybe we could go into the content after.
Oh, shoot, we had content, didn't we?
We sure do. Oh, I think we should share it with them.
Right now? Or afterwards?
No.
Let's do that first.
Afterwards.
All right, that's fine. Let's do that.
I'm gonna send Cathy a message. Hi, Cathy. Sorry.
Hold on. Yeah. Bring her on the show, and then we'll show the video. It's gonna be awkwardly like, I'll be like, okay, 3, 2, 1, play, and she isn't playing the video, and she'll just sit there quietly saying, okay.
Yep. Well, let me make sure that she's around and ready. So I'm gonna say.
Let me make sure I get my list of questions for her. Hold on.
Okay, so in my the fanfic with the person who's got the lightning hoof. I can't even do it.
Use your spy voice and say, "Stay out of my shed."
Oh God, no! Everybody, I love this too. Everybody's like, I just wanted to see, Okay, so excuse me, but Tabitha Libman, are you, do you know about, cupcakes? Yep, she says she's good to go, by the way, so we'll be in just a minute here. And it just gets infuriating for me. Because it's like everybody thinks that these guys don't know about that side of the fandom. They do.
They do.
It sucks.
Did you know that older guys like My Little Pony?
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the Brony community? Does that surprise you? It's like, well, it did 2.5 years ago.
What's your views on ponies?
Have you ever heard of 4chan? No.
Yeah, I haven't. Stay away from the computer.
What's these buttons with the emails? I need to hire Eiley.
I am cosplaying as a sailor because, I like shipping. And I was going to ask you, what do you think about Fluttermag? Get off the stage right now. Leave right now.
I still maintain one of my famous... Wow, read that as I was saying that. Thanks, A-Track. One of my famous... I read How Do I Famous. No, one of my favorite images is... it's like a rusting hulk at the bottom of the sea, and on the side it says SS Fluttermag.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's like a sunken ship.
That's funny. That's funny. I get it.
See, because like the ship, it's underwater.
I get it because the U.S. Navy and Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
First the Arizona, and they sunk the USS Fluttermag.
I made a funny joke earlier. I don't know if it was I still think it's funny, and nobody laughed at it earlier when we were talking in the staff chat when we were talking about piracy. I'm like, the internet needs a healthy dose of the British.
No, I thought that was funny, actually.
Nobody responded. I'm like, I don't care.
Because it's your old person humor. You're like, I don't know. It's old person humor. Yeah. I was gonna tweet out today. I knew it'd be in bad taste. I was like, I think I might watch Pirates of the Caribbean tonight, but then I realized that'd be in bad taste.
Oh,
So I didn't.
Didn't you say you were gonna live stream it?
No, I wouldn't live stream it. That's illegal. It's pirating.
That's the point. Thanks for explaining the joke there. I appreciate that.
Is Cathy ready yet?
I think so.
Remember when your old voice went from young to old, and you were talking to Mumble a couple days ago?
When was that?
You're like, A-check, I need you to go do this again. I was like, what happened to your voice? Alright, I'm gonna just drop that. Let's get ready for Cathy.
Alright, I'm asking if she's ready to go. Yep, I'm gonna
Right, let me go walk my dog first.
See, I can't tell. Alright.
Wait, my dog needs to walk me first.
Type.
Beat that keyboard.
Yep, alright, double checking. You should tweet out or something.
No.
Like holy crap. Freaking Cathy Weseluck. It's awesome.
Alright, let me do this.
Alright, here goes. Ready? I'm bringing her in. You ready?
I was born ready.
Here we go.
Never ever stay contact.
Hello.
Hi there, Mike.
Hi, Cathy. How are you doing?
I'm really well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very well. This here with me is Steven, a.k.a. Saberspark.
Hey, Cathy.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm awesome, thanks.
All right, so we are live. Everybody in the chat say hello. Everybody's saying hi and yay and etc.
Hello.
So how have things been? How's Vancouver been treating you?
Oh, very well. It's been really, really busy, and I've been just enjoying it, but just trying to balance a bunch of things. It's just, it's been a little bit crazy, but in a good way, so can't complain.
Has there been a lot of voicing going on?
There has been in my world, happily. Yeah, I pretty much have done the gamut lately, which of course includes cartoon sessions, but other voice work too, like the usual commercials and some video games, narration, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's been keeping me hopping for sure.
Well, that's actually something a lot of people forget, is that voice-over artists and voice artists or voice-over actors, voice actors do a lot of advertising and a lot of radio commercials. That's actually how you got your start in it, isn't that right? Or
yeah, actually that is how I started. When I was working at the CBC years ago as an associate producer, the host of the show offered to have me do some commercials for Vancouver City Mall at the time, and that's how I got into it. But the odd part was it wasn't commercial, but what he wanted me to do was background Christmas elf voices. So it's kind of funny that's the first commercial was actually cartoony in a way.
Well, and I always love asking you at the panels of these conventions about the weirdest voice you've ever done, because you did a drainage pipe voice one time, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I'm really proud
How does that? How does
proud
that?
of my drain pipe. It was a lot of schlocking. I mean, it was just the old kind of thing.
That sounds like me.
That sounds like my ex.
I know it could be. If you closed your eyes, you could imagine all sorts of things, but we shouldn't.
Well, so for everybody who's listening, of course, you're known for two roles in this show, in this little cartoon. I think it's called My Little Horsey's Friendship is Special, something like that. Does that ring a bell?
A dull bell. Let's see. Horses. Ponies. Right. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
A dull bell. I guess it would be more of like a thud. Does that thud a bell?
It thuds a bell for sure. Yes. Quite a bright, sparkling bell these days. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. What, and you play the mayor and you play Spike, and I should say too, it seems like the name Mayor has kind of become the semi-official name for the character.
Yeah, it has actually, and I don't know. I'm hoping to see more of her in the future. But yeah, she's got her own little identity, and it's been fun doing her voice as well as Spike's.
So that's canon now. Mayor's canon now.
Is what now?
Like I know, like sometimes with
yeah.
the show they'll take like the names and then they'll switch it for the toys. Like the fans will have a name for like we'll call her Lyra, and then Hasbro's like let's call her Bob Dylan instead. And the fans are like, okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah, if we must.
You know what? Names like that are just blowing in the wind, Saber.
I don't know why I said Bob Dylan. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. It's okay. We're in cartoon land, so you can say almost what you want.
Silly things.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think it's kind of fun, and you know, the season is wrapping up, and I think people have a lot to look forward to. And,
yeah.
Including the convention circuit.
Yeah, and to season 3, I just have to say it's been fun to hop on board that, you know, for us too to remind ourselves of what those shows were, because we record them earlier and we don't see them animated until we sit down and do that. So it's always a treat for us to see everything put together and everybody communicating and how the artists put it together. It's really fun to see the final product because we're just doing the voicing.
Now, do you watch the show, say, on TV then when it comes out, or do you try and catch it online later, or you know?
Pretty much just because I'm usually on the busy side of things, I do try to catch it online afterwards. I mean, I think I might have caught a handful of episodes, but I haven't seen certainly haven't seen all of season 3s yet, but I'm hoping to catch up. So it's usually online when I can, take a moment to do it.
Well, and actually this season saw Spike doing some singing, which I know a lot of people were excited about.
Yeah, he's been throwing in a couple of little tunes there and here and there, so it's been fun to do. Yeah, it's fun to watch that, because I too, again, forget, and then I see the episode, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that now, so.
Spike's been... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Spike's been hilarious this season. I mean, the episode with the Timberwolves and the pets, I mean, I picked up the comedy routine. It's been great.
Yeah, no, what I'm finding too, if you're watching through all the seasons up to season 3 so far, what I find is fun for me to act is that Spike always just is in his own little world, and he just sees himself as so brave and so noble. And meantime, the ponies will, for example, in that episode you just mentioned, I mean, they're thinking they're pulling the wool over his head because he's such a baby, he's just a little guy. Meanwhile, he's just like, what are you doing? Like, of course I can tell that. Look at this, look at that, look at this. So he's a lot smarter and often is the one who sort of solves the problem in the end. And I love when they play with that. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I love that they also play with him being kind of more of like an evil or devious character at times. I mean, obviously there was the episode where where he's the dragon Gree or whatever, where he's what is it?
And destroyed half the town. Yeah, that's pretty devious.
No, but as like a character, it's fun to watch. I'm trying to remember the name of the episode. I'm terrible.
It's Sweet. No, it's not Sweet and Elite.
It's not Sweet and Elite.
Oh,
Secret of My Excess.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and then there's also the one this season. With the pets. Oh my god.
That was so much fun.
Just for sidekicks.
Just for sidekicks.
Yes, yeah. I still need to watch the show one of these days.
Yeah, I think that's episode 11. We're already at episode 11 or 12 or something. But yeah, that was really fun to do too, because I got to sort of do the little bit of singing there at the beginning, and the thing that I find is really interesting voicing Spike, even as an actor, versus maybe one of the ponies or even other characters, is that he is unique and different from the ponies, and so by that very nature, he's drawn differently. So the storyboards are going to focus on him as a sidekick, as a comic relief, as something different than the ponies. And so it's really interesting when I give a run of the script of what I imagine it to be, that the directors can come back and agree with that, or they can move it around or change him or go even in a bit of a different direction. And, you realize as time goes by that because Spike is so different, he has different facial reactions and little gags he does, and so I have to put in more of a cuteness and a boyishness, and a lot of those twists and turns in his facial expressions get drawn, and the directors have the storyboard. So it always surprises me if I go one direction and they take it completely differently or whatever, but they have the storyboard in front of them, so they actually see how it's supposed to play out, whereas I have to do some guesswork at that. So it's always interesting and exciting for me, because you never know what to expect with Spike's little personality,
Well, and I also love that they have, they have moments in the show, like for example in Lesson 0, where he's almost the voice of reason, where he's kind of like, scolding Twilight for overreacting or whatever. Right, yeah. He's and that's what I think is so interesting, that they have built him to be the voice of wisdom at times, or the grounding force, when all the ponies are playing these noble, virtuous
roles because of the elements and what they represent. And then Spike comes in and just kind of grounds the whole thing. And he doesn't even aware that he does. So I think that's also the beauty of the show, where these morals and values are just instilled in him as instincts, because he's just a little guy and he doesn't know any different. Whereas when we get older, we tend to think things through, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And that's what the ponies find themselves that they get into, are these conflicts. He just goes with his instincts. So it's kind of fun to watch it turn out for him.
One of my favorite phrases that my mom taught me is the phrase liberal arts majoring a situation, overthinking it. I think that's what a lot of the pony characters, especially Twilight for that matter, do. And in a sense, he's kind of like the voice of, come on, get real.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I was actually... I'm still kind of new to this thing. It's like, Jav and you are so natural at talking. I'm like, I got a question. Just throw my hand up in the air.
Well, Cathy and I we go back. We go back.
At least a few months.
I have a thought. No,
Mr. Mike. It's Mr. Mike. So.
And it's Mr. Spike. See, there we go. We got it this time.
I'm sorry for interjecting, but when it comes to voice acting like Spike or other characters, how much elbow room do you have for exploring them? Do they just say, here's the character, now go crazy, or is it pretty specific on what you're supposed to act like? Or
Oh, I'd love to go crazy if we could. That would be amazing. Well, we can go crazy at times in certain scenes where, the actor, no matter what, does have to interpret every script and every scene. So when we start out, we have an audition. We're given the general specs of the character, his age, his mannerisms, his habits, some of his quirks. And then the actor has to make that whatever they imagine it to be and then present their choice in the audition. So you're hoping that what you're doing is matching what the clients want. And oftentimes that's the case, and oftentimes it isn't. So the director has a play in trying to translate what the clients want and then relaying that to you. So if you do get the job and things match that way, then you do have still only a general sense when you begin the series as to how that plays out. And then as time goes by with every new script, the writers, I just continually say how wonderful they are. And it's just like having a good meal when you're an actor and you have great writing. It's so easy for us to perform. So the good writing sort of also is easy for us to interpret. We understand better when the writing is really smooth what the clients want. So there's not as much interpretation as there could be. But there's always a dance as to the actor making the choice, presenting it, and then the clients and directors taking you this way or that way. If there's a scene where there's a lot of reactions and he's falling down a hill or he's jumping or he's crashing or whatever, then I have to make that funny, or I have to make that visual so that the animators can draw to it. So there's play in those kinds of things, but we cannot add words. We can add chuckles and sighs, but we can never add words. So we're pretty beholden to the script otherwise.
all right.
Can you imagine an unleashed Andrea Libman? I'm just...
I know an unleashed Andrea Libman. So.
Can you imagine?
I know. I mean, when I saw the Pinkie... I can't remember the titles either. I'm pretty bad with that. But the Pinkie Pie episode... where
Too many Pinkies.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I was like, holy crow, now I know what I remember what it was like to have too much candy floss, right? And it was pink. So... but no, it's great. I mean, there are episodes where we do have to scream a lot, and that really takes a load off your throat. So we have to go in with lozenges or warm water, because honestly, in one big session, you can really, tax that throat of yours, and you have to know how to do that without hurting it for the next day.
Does Spike's voice do that to you, like, naturally when you're doing Spike's voice? Is that more of a taxing voice to do than, say, the mayor's voice, or is it just the yelling that does that?
Well, it's not so taxing to stay in the character, because I have done so many boy voices in other ranges, being a character actor, but it is always when one has to scream that you have to be careful how you do it. If I'm screaming in my bass voice, which is what you're hearing now, and then just altering it to be the mayor of the town, who's a little bit more projected and a little bit more formal, then it's still my bass voice. So when I yell in it, I know how to sort of, it's a natural place to yell. But if I'm already putting my voice in Spike's area like that and talking like that, then I have to go there, hold it, and then I have to yell from there. So I'm already in a different range that's not natural, and I have to be careful also how I scream with him. So it's just a matter of technique after a while and feeling comfortable with it. But regardless, it's kind of important to use the diaphragm and not from your neck to scream, or you're going to, get yourself a headache and probably make your throat raw by the end of the session.
Yeah, well, and I should say too that I mean, when you're talking about the different ranges of yeah, and I'm going to use the wrong terminology here, but when you're talking about your bass voice, etc., I think it's important for people to remember that you actually do teach voice work. That's part of your career, is that you.
Yes, I've been doing that, Mike, now for I guess a good 20 plus years. So, and actually, all of you probably have thought that was my normal voice you just heard, but I think this is it, actually. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite moments of Evergreen Northwest on the How to Voice Act panel, where it just devolved into, I mean, when you get enough voice actors in the same room, that's just what's going to happen. It devolves into the throwing voices around. But we had all you guys going with the, the senior citizen voices. That cracked me up.
Oh yeah, well, you get us all going, and it's just too late at that point. You can't stop us. So well, I tell you, I know I exhaust myself, so I can just imagine what everyone else feels like after we get together and just go for it. But it's a lot.
Get exhausted from laughing because it's hilarious.
Well, it charges you up too. But I think the scenes where you're always yelling and calling out. That can be taxing. You can feel it at the end of the day.
Well, and there's going to be another one of these kinds of panels actually at Las Vegas later.
Yes, there is.
And I've seen who's on it, and you are going to be on it, of course. And I mean, I'm excited to see what the whole convention's looking good, because there's just so many people that are going to be there that haven't been to any of these conventions before. I mean, I know that Brenda Critchell has been to one convention so far, but I know that Marika Hendricks is going to be at this convention. She's never
been. Absolutely. There's going to be some great new people there, and it's just fun for us too to see our colleagues and to just share in all the joy, because it's expanding the show. And I mean, certainly the roles have expanded since season 1, and there's just so many ponies out there now.
I know, right?
So many ponies, and I always marvel at how the fans do know every single character or many of the characters, and then can discern them. It's just amazing. So we sometimes we're doing our own characters so much that we see our fellow actors or some of the incidental actors or the guests that come in, and then you see them at the conventions. You're like, well, which one were you doing again? Who was we get confused ourselves, because the main cast, of course, we're always there, but you get confused because, they come in, they come out, and it's always fun to then revisit that and also see it animated. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time.
Well, and Saber, you're a fan of not just obviously Pony, but also of certain anime that Miss Weseluck works.
Yes.
Saber is a big fan of Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, go.
Yep, our two of my friends and I, we were not live streaming, but we were watching Black Lagoon together, and I forget the name of the character, because I'm new to the series actually. So, but I did hear your voice. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's Cathy, isn't it? And they're like, yes, it's Cathy Weseluck. I'm like, apparently a lot of you Vancouver voice actors do a lot of anime.
Oh, we've been doing. In fact, I won't say. I'm trying to go back to even remember the very first cartoon I did. But I started anime quite early, and I guess it would have been 91 that I started. And Ranma 1/2 was the first one that I did, which was a very big show. But we did a big series. But we've done all kinds of smaller anime, little shows that probably never made the charts, even before Shampoo, even before Ranma 1/2. And we also used to do a heck of a lot of ADR shows, which is what we're talking about, lip syncing English into originally foreign cartoons. They could be, but we did several other countries. It wasn't just Japanese back in the day. So we did Germany, we did Italy, we did, oh my gosh, all kinds of different countries. And then of course the Japanese market just became so big, that it kind of took over. But it was fun to explore the other realms too, and just to see the differences in the animation. It was really, really interesting.
What I think is fun is that, a lot of you guys have, say, worked on Pony together. Like, I know that you and, obviously, you and Marika and Tabitha all worked on Pony together. But then, you also have worked on other shows in the past, like all three of you were on Black Lagoon, and I mean, it's just these kind of. It's always interesting for fans who are a little bit too involved in the show, like myself, when you're going and say, like, I mentioned this story to you. I think I was telling you this last time I was in Vancouver. I was watching on Netflix a Thor animation.
Right.
And suddenly Brunhilde is speaking. I said, where have I heard this voice before? And then I get to the credits and it says Cathy Weseluck. I'm like, well, there you go.
Yeah. No, I know.
It's just crazy how much, tie-in there is. And I think
we're hiding everywhere, Mike.
You're in the woodwork.
Oh, we're very much in the woodwork. I mean, I have said this before, but I have also played thousands of roles, literally. I mean, incidentals and primary roles. I mean, I came in the same year Scotty McNeil did. And I think we were both on the same, I think the very first, we auditioned and came into this world on the same show, which was called Kissy Fur. And it was a show that actually was, I think it originated in LA and then they wanted to do it up here. And it never did fly past, I think, the promo. But I played a goose called Bessie the Goose. And I don't even know what Scotty did, but that's where we met on years and years and years and years ago. So, yeah, we've been doing a lot of shows. And it's really amazing when I go back and I think of everything. It's just like, how much time went by? Wow, so... We're happy, and I'm happy and fortunate to still be doing it. It's great.
And Scott McNeil is someone who I've always wanted to meet. I've never met him. I've never talked to him. I need to fix that.
Well, I'm sure you will one day.
One of these days. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, so we've got this Vegas convention coming up, and
Yeah.
just so I can continue speaking over Saber here. No, he's been so quiet.
I'm being good because the way I look at it is, as long as the conversation's flowing, then everything's going well.
That's good.
And that's why I just totally stopped it right there.
You know what you got to do though. You've got to shut me up once in a while. Saber.
No, here's a question about Vegas. When we last spoke to Andrea, we asked her what she was looking forward to, not just about the con, but about the city itself. Do you have any plans for Vegas at all?
Well, I'm a really big, I have to confess, I absolutely love Cirque du Soleil. I've seen so many of them, and the reason I like Cirque du Soleil is because of, again, it's an absolute show of excellence. And I admire performers who work so hard, who have to have focus. Life and death relies on every one of their moves and then working together as a group, the respect they have for their own bodies, each other, the dynamics, the timing. It's really quite miraculous. So I love Cirque du Soleil, and I've seen quite a few shows. But, I mean, as far as the time frame, I really don't know how much time we're going to have outside of the convention to see much. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to see anything during this stint. This will be the very first time I've been to Las Vegas. I've been to Reno on a stopover to another convention many, many years ago, but I've not been to Las Vegas, so I'm looking forward to it because I've just heard so much about it.
I've never been to Vegas either. This is my first time too.
Neither have I.
I'm excited.
Oh, well, look at that. A lot of firsts for everybody.
Well, and you're not the first of the voice actors I've spoken to who's spoken so highly of Cirque du Soleil. I think the Creepers were telling me the same, and they came to town. They came to Minneapolis like a few years ago, and I didn't get a chance to see them then. I'm gonna have to make a point to now.
I'm a big. I'm just a big suck, and I really like to reward people who commit themselves to whatever their vocation is. And it doesn't have to be something so popular or public or spectacular, on stage as something like that show. I mean, as I've always said before, every single person has got their talents, even if it's being kind to somebody else. And the simple things are really, really what's important. But it's the commitment and the intention that you put behind something that really is what translates. So it doesn't even matter how grand something is in the eyes of everybody else. But I really love to see people working hard and just really committing themselves to whatever it is, whether it's a hobby or a project or even a career, and even to each other. I think I'm going back to the theme of friendship is magic, aren't I, Mike? Like I shed a tear. Oh no. I think this might have created a new voice. I don't know what that was.
That was, I have. There are jokes I could make. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
There are jokes I could make, but then I would pay for them later. And
well, it's funny. I almost went into when I was doing. I don't think I can do this. No, there's certain days where I wake up and my voice is still hoarse and I can do the seagull and this small yapping dog, but then it goes away through the day.
A seagull?
I can do a seagull. It's just like I can't even, it's not there. It's not there right now, but it's the funniest thing. Sometimes when we just wake up and our voice quality is a certain way, you can do these sound effects. Anyway, so how's your mom?
She's doing well. She actually
Excellent.
She just started work on an art project actually involving Spike.
No way.
Totally.
No way.
Totally.
No way.
She might even be listening right now. I'm not sure, but if she is, there you go, Mom. I think everybody wants you to do Spike artwork.
Oh, right. I think we need more Spike artwork. Don't you guys think that? Hey. I hear applause in the background. Yeah, more Spike. More Spike. Speaking of which, I would love to make a plea because I'm looking to have some art done for my anime characters. And I would love to, if anyone's interested in pitching something like that to me, I'd be curious because I want to sort of do more of that. And I am going to the odd anime cons as well, but I'm really needing to get that done. So if anyone's out there and wants to share their talents with me, I'm thinking in particular of Cyber6 and Shampoo, Nier. I don't know so much about Dorothy Cataloni or even Garcia, but I mean, whatever's popular out there, it's fun. I have to tell you, I'm so blown away by all the fans' creativity. The quality is just amazing. And through the internet, it's just so accessible to see. And I just think it's fantastic. There's so many talented people out there.
Well, you and I should talk then because I think I know somebody who is specifically talented at anime.
Oh,
so.
you're
flattering
me.
Are you talking to me? Are you saying we should talk again?
I think we may need to talk a little bit.
Because I haven't been home to the Bronx in a long time, and I was just thinking about going back there. But, there's people that just, I don't know, that just, sometimes it's hard to get a flight down there. You know what I'm saying? There's supposed to be a storm coming in, too, tonight.
Yeah, I heard that.
I wanted to see if you would go into that voice.
I'm trying.
Jump in.
She challenges me, Saber, on these panels. She'll just like, Mike, will you speak the Russian? I'm like, all right.
My gosh, don't get me going to the Russian one again.
We will talk like the Russians. This is how it is for Mike.
Oh my gosh, now I am hungry for Russian food.
Vodka.
That's your impression.
Now your turn to do a voice now, Saber.
Yeah, you got to do a voice.
It's nice to meet you, Cathy. I go by the name of Lightning Hoof. I'm a big fan. And
That sounds like a totally awesome clown, right? I'm just saying, I knew a guy at Cirque du Soleil. He was a clown, right? Guy's name was Bimbo. He was real good, eh?
I concur.
There's almost a crow coming out of you, too.
That or a midget getting strangled. So, what's the word when you choke somebody? Choke. That's the word I was looking for. Midget getting choked.
You know what it's like to choke someone?
How do you think I put my way through college?
Yikes.
I used to be an assassin.
I see.
An assassin who kills midgets, apparently.
I hope that was in some performance of a cartoon scene.
No.
It should be. This guy is a living cartoon. He's hilarious.
Well, you can't have enough fun. That's what I say. You can't have enough fun.
Well, yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to
Tell that to frat guys.
He's gonna be at this at Vegas too. I'm really excited actually because there's just like for our group for EFN and all the people associated, we're gonna have the most EFN/associated/show people at any event yet.
Wow.
It's going to be crazy, and we've got one of those like those suite and elite suites going on. I mean, of course, there's all the panels, and we're going to stream it. I mean, it's just insane. Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to at the convention? I mean, I know that you enjoyed like the artist alleys, that sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely. I just love Artist Alley. I think that it's so great to meet new people and see, what else is coming out of all of this. I mean, it just is exploding into all this talent, and it's great for me to see. I'm always so thrilled to meet the new fans and to see some of you guys that I've met before and my colleagues as well. I mean, it's just such a unique experience every time. Every convention has a different flavor, and it morphs into different things, but, every single time we have a great time. And I really have to hand it to the organizers. I haven't even had a personal time to thank them, but they're putting together such a big event, and it's been really busy on their end. So kudos to them. And, I appreciate the invitation. It's going to be great meeting them and you guys too.
Well, and in case any of them are listening now or later, I think that we need to make sure that they give you one of the security radios. For people who don't know, I don't know if the people know this, that you and Peter and Michelle at Camelot Gardens got on the security radios and just started doing the voices over the security radios, and it was one of the funniest moments of any of the conventions I've ever been to.
Well, it was kind of like, that game of telephone when you just pick up the telephone and you sort of say a word into it and it catches, but it's not really like it creates its own monster as it goes along. And, so I don't remember I think it was, I'm trying to remember whose phone I initially swiped. I swiped a phone at, I think the last autograph session and just asked if the person would mind if I just talked to his staff, because it was winding down the convention. People were getting tired and they knew it was coming to an end and it was getting a little bit blue. So I thought, what the heck, let's have a little fun. So for those that don't know, I began speaking as Spike and asking if where the gemstones were at the con, because I couldn't find any and I was getting hungry. And so the next thing you know, they're all telling me, and then the next thing you know, then Peter New gets in and hears this, and then I start, asking for. I think I was starting to ask for Michelle, and she got on, and then we had this big game of hide and go seek. They were trying to find me, and it was crazy. But you never know what's going to happen.
Well, it was.
You have to be ready.
It was funny, and this is also something that like for me, like it was my favorite moment of the convention. She was on the radio when you were on the radio, Cathy, and I think we were right outside the artist alley, and this is gonna be the worst impression of Spike ever. But you're like,
no worries.
Yeah, I know the Wonderbolts. Can somebody contact the Wonderbolts? I'd like to go for, I think, what'd you say, like a fly around town or something like that?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I had my phone with me, and one of my students, Joey, is a huge Spike fan. Like he's one of my students who's a Brony. He's actually now at college, and yeah, I'd never do this, but I asked Cathy if she could talk to him on the phone, so I called him up, and she went on the phone as Spike, and it was just one of my favorite moments of last year. It was just so much fun.
Well, I'm so glad I could help. I can't even say it enough how, my heartstrings are so pulled by the show and how it's affected everybody and brought so many people together that may not otherwise be brought together. And I think really that's what should happen in the world. And like I've said before, it's caused a community. And if it's done through joy and laughter and helping each other, then, it's a wonderful thing to be spreading, that's for sure.
And it just seems to, from my perspective, and Saber, you tell me if you agree on this, but it seems like it's still growing, like that the community is still becoming bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, the real life portion, yeah. The conventions are popping all over the place. I think there's a lot of Bronies out there. Like, I don't think not even 10% of the entire Brony population has even been to a convention. So there's a lot of them out there who still want to go.
Wow, that's great.
That's actually something I noticed too when I was in Miami earlier this month, which was a smaller convention, but almost all of the Bronies that were there were local. They were from Southern Florida. They hadn't been to a convention before.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
well, it's great that we can go to these different locations because we're happy to meet everybody, and it would be nice one of these days to be able to go overseas as well and meet some people internationally, and hopefully they too can get a chance to come and visit us. It's a big world, but it sure is made smaller through the internet, isn't it?
Well, and the organizers of Vegas, of Las Pegasus, specifically their convention head Sandy, she told me that they have people registered that are coming to their convention from China, from Poland, where else? I think somebody from Ireland. There are people coming from all over. It's just crazy.
Wow, that's amazing. That's fantastic.
I know it's gonna be insane. Well,
I don't know how many people are scheduled to come, but my gosh, I'm just I don't know. Probably the walls are just going to start bending after time.
Well, I think that's that would be a good thing though. That just means that there's collected energy right in the same spot. It's going to be great. These conventions are always chaotic, but way too much fun.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it will be nice to see everybody again, and as I said, I'm kudos to the organizers for pulling that together, and we're all looking forward to it. I just can't believe we're already in February, that it's going to be a couple of weeks and we're going to be there. Oh man, I got to hold on to my hat. There's too much to do between now and then.
Yeah, I know that feeling really well.
Oh man, I just feel like, as I said before, I haven't even had a chance to tweet much because I've just been so busy. But boy, if I could borrow some of, a pair of Rainbow Dash's wings or something, I'd really appreciate that right now.
Well, there you go. Well, I get the feeling, though, I mean, given, well, especially with Ashley's tweeting history, which she doesn't tweet, I get the feeling she wouldn't have time for it. She'd just, just take a nap instead or something. Well, and I talked to Brenda Critchlow once. I said, you could set up a Twitter and you'd get all these followers. And she goes, with what time, Mike? And I said, that's a very good question.
Well, that's the thing, too. If we're not on there, it has nothing to do with us not wanting to. It's just a matter of juggling and having so many hours in the day. And there's just times where that happens, where you're just motoring, and then you're realizing it's another day. So, I mean, that's good to have happen. But, there's always just life things that come up for us, too. So, but I'll try to be better. I guess that's what I'm saying, Mike.
Well, you make it sound like I put you on the spot there somehow.
No, it's just me wanting to do that more often. So, yeah.
Get it, Mike? Do you understand, Mike?
No. We appreciate everything, Mike.
Oh no, it's too much fun. Well, I won't take up too much of your time unless Saber, do you have any more questions for Miss Weseluck here?
None off the top of my head. I look forward to seeing you at Unicon.
You as well. It'll be great to meet you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to at least say hi for a moment before they drag us off elsewhere.
I know.
These things get so hectic. But and you and I, we'll have to talk. You my people will talk to your people.
My people will talk to your people.
We'll do lunch
over. Maybe I don't know, a Harvey Wallbanger or maybe just an orange juice. Okay, an orange.
A bagel and lox. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, we'll talk about
it. The bagel and lox.
Bagel and lox. Yeah, that's right. I like bagel and lox.
Of course you do. Who doesn't? Saber doesn't. He's a crazy person.
Hummus.
Hummus is good. Hummus is good. But I have to admit, I better be careful what I say because I do like dark chocolate Milky Way bars, and I said that, and I ended up getting quite a bunch at a convention last time. Really? And by the way, thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah, because we can't get them in Canada, you see.
Really?
Yeah, we can't.
You totally that's to your advantage. You'd be like, I love diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds.
No.
Especially the ones that are set in gold, 24 karat.
Yeah, right. Since that's going up in the stock market, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
good. It's just going to be great to see you guys.
So you guys heard it first. Cathy totally doesn't want you to know that she likes dark chocolate Milky Ways.
No, truly, I thank everybody, but it was I'm just saying that I have to be careful what I ask for because, things can happen. And it was very generous last time. And you guys, all of you out there are just so generous with your kindness, your compliments, your support. I totally appreciate that. And as being an actor, when we're working together on these shows, we always marvel at the results when we hear the fans respond and tell us what they think of it. So it's really nice to hear that. That's part of the whole thing. And as I've said before, it would be nothing without the fans. So we really appreciate the support from all you guys out there.
Yeah.
And that includes girls.
and I should say too, coming from my perspective, thanks for all the hard work you guys put into the show because that's what makes it amazing, honestly.
Oh, well, it's so much fun, and everybody that is part of the show, from production to writers to coloration, everything is what makes this particular show so special because, like I've said before, I think somehow we've been able to come together with a set of people who really, it's reached a critical mass of excellence and goodness, and I've never seen people on all fronts working as hard and committed as hard as they are and have on this show. It's amazing. It's really unique, and it's really it's a dedicated working machine, and it's producing so much good. So let's keep her going.
And can I be shameless for one moment? Can I be utterly?
Sure.
When aren't you shameless?
Quiet, you.
I'm sorry. I won't use my speak tokens just yet.
No, I was just gonna say, can we get a quick bye from Spike for the audience because they've been asking.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so everybody wants to know what my favorite gemstone is. I do like fire rubies. There's no question about it, but it doesn't really matter because gemstones are all good, and I kind of was I've been partial to the green emerald ones too lately, but. Hey, bring them on. They're all tasty. You guys should try them. You just don't get enough minerals in your body. Especially maybe you, Saber. No kidding.
What does
taste like.
Exactly. Oh, that would be crunchy. Anyway.
Artificial chocolate. No, I'm joking.
And by the way, like Twilight, I can just kind of hear her in my mind's eye, and she's kind of saying, Spike, like, it's totally time to go to bed now, so I guess I better. So, hey, good night, everybody, and I hope to see you at Las Pegasus and wherever else in the future. Keep watching.
There we go. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today. Honestly, it's been a real treat.
My pleasure. Can't wait to meet those of you I've met again and new people, and we'll look forward to addressing the fans too through your streaming. So thanks for the opportunity, and great chatting with you guys tonight.
Thank you, Cathy. I am drunk.
You're not drunk. You're just tired.
Oh, sigh.
Oh, Cathy, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Take care, you guys, and thanks again.
All right, talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks.
I love her. And why would you say in the middle of a
spaghetti, 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 struggling with midgets. Cathy, full gold artificial chocolate. What's wrong with me? Why? I was so good with Andrea Libman, and for some reason I was just, I don't know why. I love Cathy. We had drinks together at Candlelight Gardens, and yet for some reason I clammed up.
You know what? You did fine.
I'm gonna bring her a big old plate of spaghetti and be like, "Do you remember me from the live stream? Cathy, midget choking Assassin's Creed joke that doesn't make any sense."
You know what? Honestly, I don't think she'd get, like, if you gave her a plate of spaghetti, she probably would be like, well, I love Italian food, thank you.
See, I'm really good with talking, like, let's say, like, right now. I'm good right now. When it comes to the voice actors of the show, that's still some frontier for me. I don't know how to really get in there and talk.
You know what? My problem is that I overtalk them.
No, well, the thing is, I want them to feel comfortable. And I know they're very comfortable with you, and I love that. And I love being able
You're saying Sabergetty.
No, Sabergetty. It's just, God, thanks, Cathy. Oh, God. In the back of my head, I'm like, Saber, no. Thanks, Cathy. Well,
it was fine.
No,
it was fine.
She's such a cool person. I love Cathy. And apparently, I love caffeine because that's what I was thinking.
Is that what you said, caffeine? Because I heard Cathy, and I was.
Here's my problem: is whenever I mess up, I addressed it immediately. It's like I could let it slip, and I'm like, no, better stop right now. I'm like a goddamn parent.
Oh my God!
I got a lot to learn still.
You did fine, honestly.
Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. Well, that one part that got me, it's like, I used to. I was walking the fine line of so many sexual innuendos. I'm like, yeah, I used to choke midgets, and I'm like, is that a sexual innuendo?
Nobody thought that until you just said it now.
I'm like splatting my marinara sauce all over the place. That's a sexual innuendo too, apparently. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I used to struggle midgets.
Saber, dig upwards. Dig upwards.
I hope she's not listening right now.
She might be, and you're going, Scotty.
No, I love Cathy. She's great.
I love her. She's honestly, like, I've met with her, outside of conventions once or twice too, and I mean, at the conventions, I try to spend what time I can. And it's just, she's just such a nice person, and she's one of those, like, natural teachers,
yeah,
right?
She is.
She really is.
At Candlelight Gardens, when we were all chatting at the hotel, she was going sociology on me.
That's right. You were there.
Yes, I was. I was going to tell her that, but I'm like, nah, better not.
No, she honestly is one of the most philosophical and just
she
like
cares. She really does care.
She has deep thoughts about things. Honestly, and it's always just anytime I can set aside time to just sit down and have a conversation with Cathy Weseluck, I love doing that because she's just so. Yeah, she's one of those people that you just learn something from her by speaking with her. That's not true of everyone. In my case, you forget things when you hear from me when I talk, and you also, you feel dumber in general.
I feel like a freaking idiot.
You're fine.
See, I'm a man of the people. Like, I can talk to Bronies, like, no problem. I can walk around and own this. You know, put me in front of a panel but in front of 1,000 bronies, I can make them laugh. But you put me next to a voice actor from the show, which, you know, I can talk to them casually, but when it comes to performing, it's like, oh god. Hey, well, hey, I'm the guy who would call them like M.A. Tabitha Weseluck Strong. You know, I'm that guy. Great. Paleo, how's it going?
There he is. Look at that.
Paleo, I did horrible.
I was wondering why you didn't ask her about the thing that we did at Candlelight Gardens.
Because if I would have asked the question, it would have come out as in, so Cathy, we got drunk and spoke.
No.
At Cancer. At
Saber.
At Can.
Saber. Dig upward. Dig upward, Saber.
I'm also overweight.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm also overweight and also read my fanfic. I love that you said the voice, the only voice. She's like, hey, do a voice. You do Lightning Hoof.
Well,
Classic.
What am I gonna do? I like how that voice actually has a name now. Like it's like that's there. It's Lightning Hoof is there.
Well, she does this too. Like she's at panels. She challenges, like she challenges people to do voices. That I mean, like basically at like Everfree Northwest when they were doing that random voice thing. She was doing at one point. She was doing a Russian accent. And she's like, "Well, Mike, you can do a Russian accent." I'm like, "Yes, I can do the Russian accent." You know, it's part of the voice acting community to do that.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm now the third wheel, Paleo. I'm gonna show up.
I dissected a squid this week.
I dissected my spaghetti.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that you were going to be here till the last minute, so I couldn't warn people.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't know that you guys were going to do it at 11. So.
Well, that was the only time that worked for everything. So,
yeah.
But well, honestly, I love. Again, I'm just going to say this just for the record. Cathy Weseluck is one of the most incredible people you'll ever meet if you get a chance to meet her or talk to her.
Have you met me before?
Who the hell are you?
Your boyfriend?
What?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Spaghetti.
Thank God I saved that one for later. That'd been weird. And the thing, be like, what are you, Saber? Your boyfriend, Cathy, be like, just. Is this guy Italian?
I've got 13 minutes to order dinner.
Order right now. Well,
I'm gonna do it while we're live streaming.
Do it. I want to hear it. You should have gotten Cathy to order it for you.
Oh. No, I'm not gonna do it on the phone. I'm gonna order it online.
You should have had Cathy order it for you online.
Cathy, like, I love that too. That she's just willing to just go into her character. She has so much fun with it. You know what she did too? She called up my student Joey, or I called and I handed the phone to her. And she goes, "Hi, is this Joey? This is Spike. You know, I heard that you know a lot about memes. Can you explain something about memes to me? Because I told her that Joey had done a presentation about memes. He's one of my speech students, and it was so funny because I took the phone back from her afterwards, and he goes, "Oh my God, did that just happen?" It was like the nicest thing in the world for her to do. It was my favorite moment, I think.
I secretly geek out. I mean, as much as I give Brony a hard time sometimes being like, "Y'all stop geeking out so much," it's the time and the place. But the fact that she just said Saberspark in Spike's voice, I go back to when I first became a Brony, and I was like enthralled with the fact of even like talking about a person like this. Or I remember the first time I ever talked to anybody from the show was Sibsy on Skype, and it was like 8 months ago or something. I freaked out when I just typed to her. No, I spoke to her. I spoke to her because you were in Vancouver or something like that. And now.
Oh yeah, because I put her on the phone with you.
Yeah. And then now she said my name with her Spike voice. I'm like, yeah, cool, that's awesome. In the back of my
head, spaghetti.
Dude, thanks, Cathy.
No, you know what? I heard Cathy. I didn't hear an F in there at all.
And then I had to compromise myself completely. I'm like, cool, yeah, there, spaghetti.
You know, and actually, I haven't told this story
Can you talk to her and tell her that I'm not that big of a spaghetti guy?
You're fine. I asked her how it went. She said it went well, so don't worry about it.
She's like, tell that fat kid to stay away from me.
No. You need to get some confidence, man.
I lost it in the war.
Which war?
World War.
By the way, if you hear typing, this is.
I mean, it's weird because you were fine with her in person at Candlelight Gardens.
Yeah, I know.
When we were talking to her.
I know.
Maybe it was that there's like an audience as well, and
maybe it's the fact that it's like 11 p.m. It's been a crazy day.
Excuses what?
I just got laid off. I just got laid off again.
What?
Hey, I said off. I said off.
Yeah, but then you said you just got laid again.
I choked a midget.
What? That part threw me a little bit. I'm like, what are you even saying?
I know. I'm like,
you were trying to be goofy.
I was trying to be goofy and professional at the same time. That doesn't work for me. I can't be both at the same time. I'm like,
she called you a clown. Did you catch that?
Yeah, because she knew I was stupid. And
No, because you were being a clown.
I was like, because I'm like, yes, Cathy, tell me about choking midgets.
No.
In the back of my head, I'm like screaming, I'm like.
Honestly, it went fine. It went fine. You just be. You're fine. Don't worry. I'm placing my order right now. I'm ordering delivery and they close in 9 minutes.
Order some spaghetti. Wait, no, don't worry. I brought my own.
No, this is like totally what's it called? This is totally like a draft moment. Order pizza with like 9 minutes before they close the store for delivery.
You're the guy that spit in the
yeah,
pizza.
and then the guys are going like, okay, time to close up. Oh, son of a bitch, we got it work.
Well, no, I get what is it? I know half the crew at this particular.
By first name, last name.
Well, one of them graduated high school with me, so yeah. Well, you know what? We've got some content to share, and actually, I bet Paleo has better content than either of us.
Actually, I only have a few things because I haven't been on the internet
That's probably better than Saber.
Yeah, I like 3.
Yeah, I've got some like really short video things.
We'll go through. We only have about 10 or so, or no, we only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 at the moment.
I think I'm gonna make a ringtone out of the recording of this episode. Spaghetti, 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 and just make that into a ringtone when I get a phone call from you. Spaghetti, spaghetti. No, I didn't know what spaghetti meant in the internet sense until this week. Like I had to have it explained to me because I was watching some of the old the recordings from Miami, and I didn't know what people were saying. Look at all the spaghetti in this panel.
I'm so funny in real life. I'm a funny guy, and then I'm like, bleh, spaghetti.
You were fine.
I'm gonna get some milk. I'll be right back.
So Paleo, how are you?
I'm good.
How are things in North Carolina?
They're weird because it gets cold and then it gets hot and then it gets cold again.
I said Lyra Bob Dylan for Christ's sake.
Will you go get your milk?
Oh, fine.
Yeah, go get.
God.
Anyway,
grown-ups are talking. Jeez.
Yeah, I was helping my community college professor set out some traps for some salamanders, and we caught quite a few. We caught like 5 big ones.
Are they like the cool ones that have like yellow spots and stuff?
No, it's a Neuse River water dog, which is it's kind of like a goldenish color with black spots on it.
I'm gonna look that up. I actually, believe it or not, as a nerd, have an interest in salamanders. What are they called?
Neuse River water dogs.
Neuse River water.
And Neuse is spelled like Neuse.
Neuse. Okay, so it's like a German. There you go. Neuse River water dog. Oh, okay, I see these.
Yeah, they're kind of like the axolotls, and they have they're a completely aquatic salamander.
Yeah, it looks like they're only really found in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's a very specific like niche that they're in.
That's kind of cool, though. And like, how big do they get?
The biggest one we found was about like 6 or 7 inches. But yeah, there's some other like aquatic salamanders around here. Like up in the Smoky Mountains, there's hellbenders, and they get up to like 3 feet.
Hellbenders?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Let me take a look here.
All right, I'm back.
We were talking about salamanders while you were gone.
Oh, those things are delicious.
Let's see, hellbenders. Oh wow, those things look like. Have you ever seen giant salamanders from Japan?
Yeah, they're kind of like that.
Yeah. The giant salamanders in Japan, by the way, guys, get to be like how big? Like 300 pounds? No, maybe not that heavy, but like
300 pounds.
No, they get like 4 feet long.
They're
huge.
That weighs more than my ex-wife.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
You were fine, man. You really weren't that bad, honestly.
I know. I'm just playing it up.
I understand. Like, okay, so here's a story I haven't told people before. You know who the first member of the staff that I ever spoke with was?
Who?
It was Sibsy when she popped into the EQD chat one time, and I was geeking out. I was.
Sibsy's awesome. I've gotten used to her. I like talking to her.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. But like, I was geeking out, and I didn't. I mean, I wasn't like fangasming or whatever, but I was definitely excited, and I was like really riveted on my screen because I'm like, oh my god, Sibsy's actually in the chat. And one time, I think Daniel Ingram or somebody showed up, and I was like, okay, I got to think of a good question to ask. And it was once
bears.
When we started up our podcast and we started doing interviews, I was really, really excited about it and everything too. Of course, I'm always excited when we do one of these interviews, but it was then I was like, that's when I started actually talking to members of the staff or whatever. But yeah, the first time was Sissy. I'm gonna be right back because I got to turn on my front light for the driver. I'm gonna be that dick. Order a pizza and then they have to drive up to a dark house. That would suck. I'll be right back. Just a moment.
Paleo, I spilled my noodles everywhere.
What?
I spilled my noodles everywhere.
Oh. By the way.
Yes.
Have you uploaded the Brony Breakdown?
It is on their channel. I need to make it public.
Okay.
I'm gonna upload this one tonight as well. I've been bad about that. So I got these cookies in the mail, and they're delicious.
Got cookies in the mail?
Yeah, so one of our friends sent it to us. They're delicious. Oh. Fantastic, even. So, cetaceans.
Yes.
They're pretty cool.
Yes, they are.
I'm sorry, I'm just dipping my cookie in some milk here. I'm gonna drown my shame. Yeah, content this week has actually been. Last week was really good, like a lot. This week's been pretty slow.
Yeah, there's one thing that you didn't show last week that I put on here. It's the last one that I put on there.
This is good. Jav's ordering pizza. I'm eating cookies. I'm just like, no. So what do you think? You think Chwad's going to be an alicorn or not?
I think you already know what I know. So, and I know what you know. And
you know that I know
what Draft knows, and we know.
Apparently, there was some Facebook post that actually like brought back some like. It's like wait a second, is this gonna be real or not? So I'm not gonna lie. It's anyone's guess now.
Oh wait, what?
I'm not gonna. I don't want to say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. All I can say is that there's no certainty either way.
Oh.
There was some Facebook post on the Hub's or Hasbro's Facebook page. And they said something. I was like, well, wait a second. Damn it. What's going on?
Okay, let me see what you're talking about.
It was a Tumblr post I saw. These cookies are
I thought you said it was Facebook.
It was a Tumblr post of a Facebook picture. Watch King Somber just come out of nowhere and own these ponies at the end.
Oh wow, the Hub's Facebook page right now, it just...
What? Bad?
No, look at the Hub's Facebook page. It's like, there's friggin' like...
Let me finish my cookie first and I'll go over it. So good.
Okay, I'm back, but the pizza hasn't arrived yet, so I'm gonna have to like run in the middle of this. I'm gonna pull a Saber. I'm gonna run in the middle of a live show.
Go walk your dog and get some pizza.
Get some milk from the fridge. Spaghetti. That's
spaghetti,
too funny,
man. It's delicious.
It's too funny. It's too funny. So, okay, have you guys started looking at content?
Doing it right now.
No.
All right, what are you looking at?
Let's go check out the first one. It's called Hubs Say Pony My Friends. So it's a new commercial.
This is the video that I'm pretty sure, and I don't know if Dusty's still in the chat or not, but I'm pretty sure they saw Dusty's, manliest brony in the world video and decided to play off of that. Stay Pony, my friends. I mean, say Brony, my friends is the name of his show.
How could they not?
Yeah, they saw his stuff.
They saw his stuff. So I was like, this was pretty, like, when I saw this, Dusty told me that he had this mailed to him like 1,000 times after it, aired.
I should tweet it to him just to see how he
reacts. Just to be that guy.
Hey, Dusty, have you seen this? All right, let's play it.
Their names are so important, they can't be held to just one
syllable. Are we playing?
Oh, together, that's right.
Yeah, together.
Sorry, guys, just dropping more
spaghettios
all over the place. All over the place. Don't die now, Draft.
I'm gonna start sounding like a seagull here. I thought we were gonna time this. Let's time this.
All right, let's do it. Ready?
Yep.
All right, 3 on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Their names are so important, they can't be held.
Is this the original voice from the ad too?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Whose voice is this then?
I don't know. Somebody else's.
Princess Celestia has a cutie mark of them. They are the most interesting ponies in the world.
I don't always watch.
That is Andrea,
but when
though.
I do, I prefer My Little Pony. Friendship is magic.
Check local listings.
Now tell me,
only on the hub.
Who?
Stay Pony, my friends.
That's pretty awesome.
That's definitely the original voice actors.
That's pretty funny. It's like, yeah, a show for little girls.
Yep.
But does DHX come up with this, or does Hasbro or a Hub, or who comes up with this exactly?
I think that the Hub comes up with it and then contracts to DHX or other studios.
Nice. Cool. All right. Next. Sarah's reacting. They're skipping this one.
No, we're watching that.
No, we're not.
No, we're watching
No,
that
we're
one.
not.
No, we're watching
Yes.
that
We're
one. We're watching
Yes.
that one. It's hilarious. Okay, so everybody knows that Saber is
We'll get some
deathly afraid of a
what? Saber's
a failed.
a whale.
Deathly afraid of roller coasters.
Double check that with Cathy. I'm sure she'll know the answer.
Quiet you. we gotta watch this. Come on, you know you want to.
Fine.
And so I was talking to Jay Holler, who just moved to Minnesota. I hung out with him last week. He's awesome. He heard me during my live stream last week making a joke that somebody should take the Alicorns 101 video and edit it with my tweet, the retweet about him going on a roller coaster. So
Let's just watch this dumb thing. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, kill myself.
Call it to the internet.
I hate myself. What? You have to play Amnesia, by the way.
Maybe.
No, you have to. No, God, I hate myself now.
It just zooms into your icon.
Oh my God. I feel like cringing right now. I'm cringing. Did I really act like this? Ugh.
My perfect fanfic room.
I wrote a fanfic.
What are those DVDs you just knock over on there?
I don't know. I just found them in my living room. Like, let's knock them over. Oh God, kill me.
Candace ass.
God, I'm gonna go kill myself now.
This is the end of the fandom itself.
Fandom?
Because
distressed complaint about riding on a roller coaster.
I didn't notice that part.
Coaster's moving right in. I love it.
Oh God.
Like,
I haven't seen the entire video,
hold
so I
on.
don't know. Does Jay Hollow show up at the end?
Oh no, he doesn't
No?
do that. Okay.
Oh God.
I love that.
Alright. Let's move on. Skyrim mod.
Yeah, I saw this, and I don't even play Skyrim, but this seemed like somebody spent a lot of time on it.
Alright, let's play for a couple of minutes then. You all ready to play it?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, somebody must have
Oh, wow.
spent forever programming this.
Oh, that's... Yay, I get it. Horse meat. I want to play Skyrim now.
I've never played it. I hear it's really good.
Yeah, it's a great game. I haven't even beaten the game yet. I've not even beaten the game. I should play tonight.
I'm still going through Borderlands.
When do you want to be done with that game and return to real life?
I don't know.
I still want to play Torchlight with you. I play Torchlight. That game's over now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not over. We can play it.
should play that game sometime.
That game has a lot of replayability to it.
Which makes it better than Diablo. Alright, let's do another one. You got no clothes, that's funny. Alright. Princess Fire Bike. Oh yeah, this one's great. This one's from Monty.
Yeah, I was completely surprised that she did every voice in this.
Monty's a great
How
voice
is it
actor.
possible?
Monty is a brilliant voice actress. She's like, she does the best impressions.
Granny Smith is impeccable. Impeccable.
Seriously,
impeccable.
And she does a solid Apple Bloom. I told her that since she can do a Granny Smith, she probably could do a good Rarity, but she's still, she's still working on it.
She was close to it for her first try.
What's funny is if you've talked to Eileen, her natural speaking tone is really, kind of, she kind of talks like this, really whatever, but she, like, her singing is like this booming, like
powerful.
Yeah.
You sound like,
There's a video, this is true, of me and my brother in Moscow. He's up on a balcony, and I'm across the street with a camera, and he goes out on the balcony. He just, in front of, like, a crowd of, like, whatever number of people, just goes, I have to find it. It's the funniest video ever. Anyway.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, and her Trixie in this was really good, too.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a princess. Are you a princess too?
Did she do Celestia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
she did every voice in this.
Her cadence is great.
Being a princess.
Wow. She's probably singing that. Oh, she is singing that.
Yeah.
Sparkle.
I'm the T
Nice.
to the WILIGHT, and ain't no other pony is a princess like me. I'm Twilight-licious.
Wow, that's spot
I'm
on.
a princess. Are you a princess?
I love it, Celestia.
We love you, Princess Trixie.
Take a pair of wings.
Princess. I heard that, Monty.
Wings.
Who took the last wings?
It is a brilliant
That's
video.
awesome.
Monty's great.
She's brilliant. That's awesome.
Alright, next. Alright, we got here. Alicorn Drama. I don't think I've seen this one.
Yeah, this is great.
Alright. And it's by Nintendo Dude. You ready to watch it?
Yep.
Alright, this is already going. 3, 2, 1, go.
Horrible!
It's pretty accurate.
It's ruined.
Alright. Ready? For the next one. This one's called Discord Can Break These Cuffs.
Oh god, that's...
Oh yeah, this is great.
This is great. I love it. It's cool animation. It's by Crown Prince. Ready? Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
I can break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs.
These people come up with this
I can break these
The song I saw was from YTMD.
Yeah, it's a pretty old thing.
From Forest.
I can break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs.
Twilight's face.
I can break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs.
That's ridiculous.
I can break these cuffs. Can't break those cuffs. Alright. That was by Crown Prince. Alright. This one is actually it's an animation from Jan. I thought it was pretty good.
Janimation.
It's a work in progress, but I know he's doing it for Shady Vox, and I think they're trying to do, if I'm correct, a song. I forget what song it is actually. All right, cool.
I thought it was a music video.
Yeah, a music video. Isn't it for Pony Rock Anthem they're going to do it for?
Yeah, it's for Pony Rock Anthem.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. The VA voice acting for this is pretty good too.
He is incredibly talented.
Yeah, he is.
You're gonna love this place. They have disco ball and lasers. We know. Yeah, but they also have a VIP booth. Yes, Doc. No, but the best part is they have 2 DJs. Yes, Pinky, you've told us 5 times already. 6 if you count this time.
I'm still not sure about this. I don't do well with loud music.
You might not have to. Are we even gonna get in this place?
That's a good Rainbow Dash.
Forever.
Is that Erica?
Take care of that.
Possibly.
Yep, it is.
Yep.
Panning.
Cupcake.
Oh, it's mom.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, here's my pizza. I'll be back in a second.
Man, they did deliver fast.
Well.
Yeah, that was it's pretty awesome animation. All right. Let's see what Draft says.
What?
I wonder if Draft just like kills Pizza Man and just throw it in his closet and then eat the pizza. They keep losing Pizza Man.
Oh my.
All right.
Why?
All right, here we go. I got a rabies video. Polly Pony. Wait for Draft to get back and then we'll move on. I can break these cups. That was from My Team Mini way back in the day.
Yeah, that's really old.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how Forrest's song is still alive.
I'm back. I gotta get my headphones on.
Apparently, I'm reading through my Twitter and people, I get this at times. Let me tell you the people tell me who I am. I've been called Seth Rogen, Jack Black, JonTron. Apparently, I'm all 3 of those people of Bronies. So, yeah.
No, you know what you are? We all know this. You're the lead singer of Owl City.
Yeah, I'm that guy apparently as well.
That was
Adam Young?
Yeah, I guess I'm slightly.
Wait, lead singer of Owl City? Isn't Owl City just Adam Young?
Look at a picture of him.
Look at that photograph.
Yeah. Look at this photograph. Look at a picture of Adam Young, and think of Saber Paleo.
What if Steve,
and try not to laugh.
You know what would be really? What if Steve Buscemi came out as
Buscemi?
Buscemi. What if he did?
It'd be Steve Brony.
You're gonna try. You're gonna give up. All right, let's watch Polly put it. All right,
Spaghetti. That's gonna become a thing.
It already is a thing. I remember back in the day when 4chan was ragging on my Battle of the Brony video. They're like, "Look at this spaghetti," and I'm like, I was trying to be the good
whatever.
Sport. I'm like, shut. Because of you, I unlisted that video. Did you know that?
You didn't have to unlist it.
I unlisted it.
That was your own choice.
I went through every single one of my spaghetti videos and I unlisted them. Because I had some spaghetti videos. And
you gotta own it.
No, because I don't want to be Spaghetti Spartan Saber.
You gotta own it.
Spartan?
Because I've been that Spartan video.
Oh yeah.
You want to hear my most embarrassing Brony moment?
Let's hear it.
I don't have one because I'm not spaghetti.
Wow. I was taking a drink. I was going to take a drink of milk to hear your story. And
actually, you know, no, hold on. I'm trying to think. What is my most embarrassing Brony moment? I think I was geeking out a bit behind the scenes during one of the interviews. I think. Oh yeah, it was when. All right, here's my most embarrassing Brony moment. I introduced Nicole Oliver to "Do You Like Bananas?"
Oh no.
Oh.
I was the one who
So the Friendship is Magic bitch video?
Yes. We wanted to do a station ID for EFR, and it was going to be her in her own voice saying, "Hi, this is Nicole Oliver, and I hear you like bananas." And she wanted to know what that was about. And so I had to sit there while she watched it, and then go, "No, I can't do that." That's my most embarrassing Brony moment, because I felt like crap. I'm like, oh no.
You're like that guy at that panel in Miami Con.
I know. Well, yeah, it wasn't that bad though because it wasn't public. But
that's true. All right, ready to watch this, guys? All right, this is
which one?
Polly Pony.
1 second.
1.
Well, that's all I needed.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. I love this.
Ooh, that's a good song.
And it's a parody of Sheer Point stuff.
Sheer Point is awesome.
I love Isaac.
I love rabies too.
It's kind of cool.
I can't stop hearing that word.
What?
I can't say.
I think there's some PMVers that like make their PMV off of like. Oh, sorry. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is amazing. And what's cool is like whenever I mean, the PMVers are one of the most unappreciated parts of the fandom who do some of the most amazing work. Very drama free, which is nice and refreshing. But people like Isaac, Rabies, J Hall, Beavids, Omega Ozone, and Addy Core, those guys, they're great at what they do. And especially Isaac, because when Isaac was explaining to me like how he makes his visuals, he draws all of his inspiration from the music. And when you look at his main 6 videos, each one of the songs, the way they're paced, the way they look, the way they interact between the visuals and the music itself is just perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's like I think the thing was with a PMV, like a solid PMV, and I'm sure that they'll say this too, is that you can do a PMV to any song, but I think picking the song itself is just as crucial, to the process. Like this PMV wouldn't be nearly as cool, even with the same level of animation, if it wasn't for the choice of song.
Well, the song gives it its life, its energy. Because because the visuals go with the song usually. It's kind of rare to see you usually see PMVs with a trailer of a movie or something like that, or a song. So it kind of goes with that. The visual, like when B-Vids made his oh god, what was the name of this video? I forgot his most recent one. Was this called Maine? I think. I forget the name of his video. It was a really good one. I gotta find it now. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I have it right here.
It's called 6 or something like that.
Yeah, I just said 666. I don't know why. 6
Spaghetti.
Shut up. All right, so yeah, that's a great PMV.
Hey, he's in the chat.
Oh, hey, B-Vids.
He's cool. Pretty cool dude. Doesn't afraid of anything.
Doesn't afraid of spaghetti. All right, let's go to the next thing then. We have 2 more. This is Yoshi's Story Pony Dub.
Oh God.
Yeah, another by Rabies.
Oh, really? I didn't see this one. All right.
Oh, that Fluttershy pose is so adorable.
All right, you ready?
We ready?
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Rabies is great. Oh, God. Shut up.
Oh, I get it, it's yay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to pause it.
Is that what goes through your head during interviews? I'm just kidding.
I gotta use this during a Brony's Reactor or something where like something really big happens in season 3 finale, and like everybody's reacting to it and going crazy, and I'm just gonna hear this going through my head.
I still like that 60s background music. I use it during Final and Friends. I'll play it like
60s background music.
No, you remember? Okay, like that one song that I sent you for your.
Oh yeah, I still have that on my computer.
Yeah, but there's like that guy who posted that song has posted a bunch of other songs as well. And yeah, like old 60s like background music is just hilarious.
All right, last thing of the night.
Yeah, it came out last week, but we didn't show it last week.
This is D Notive's apology.
This guy, I need to hang out with him at some point. He's another Minnesota Brony, and I never get to see him all that much.
D Notive is one of the coolest guys ever.
He really is.
He keeps his calm. He seems very collected and intelligent. I love the. Okay, I say Brony's React again.
He's one of the few people who can out-pun me. Like, he is a genius when it comes to puns.
That actually was scary. I would hate to see you, Crescendo, Tech Rat, and D Notive.
And Nash, actually. You get Nash in that mix. Nash is a genius pun.
He is?
Pun. Oh yeah, he doesn't do many puns, but when he does, they're like genius level.
Well, every Northwest, you and Tyrack were going back and forth. It was relentless.
Oh, that was because what was it? Iron Pony wanted us to do some punning back and forth.
It was ridiculous. I tried to jump in there now and then, be like, "Hey, look at the bacon." And you're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Just go back to my plate." I'd be like, "I have situational humor."
You know what I would have said to that? I would have said, "Stop hogging the conversation."
And there it is. All right, what can I do? Stop being a pig. All right, let's watch this. I took the high road. All right, let's do this. All right, shut up. I don't want to hear anymore. All right,
oh my god. Levis already started drooling.
3, 2, 1, go. This is Dean knows the apology.
Oh, poor Trixie.
I thought they were friends. Dean knows has a unique sound.
He has got an 80s sound that is just, and like early 90s sound, because this definitely has that 90s feel. It sounds like something out of like 1992. And like have like montage shots of like Los Angeles, people playing b-ball.
That girl wearing the one-piece bathing suits.
Somebody like roller skating on Venice Beach.
Bob Saget hanging out with his kids. I love the saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the opening screenshot for like Miami Vice City.
Miami Vice City.
What? Oh, he sings.
Mm-hmm. He's a genius level musician. He really is. He just, I think sometimes he gets like worried about people's reactions or whatever. But it's like, he's brilliant. I wish he would go to more conventions. He doesn't go to very many.
Well, during his interview for BronyCon, like the one with us, I don't know. He's a Trekkie. Like, if I'm correct, he came from a Star Trek fandom, so I think he realized that not every fandom lasts forever. But I think this fandom's kind of surprised him. It's going to be around for BronyCon again. I hope it shows up again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I quote, he thought. And I quote, he said that he thinks this is the high point of the fandom was at BronyCon that year.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's wrong.
I think he's wrong on that, but I will say this: like, when I found out he lived in Minnesota, like, he went to the same college I did. He went to the college I go to for grad school, and I was like, holy crap, because I was a huge fan of his 1986 remix of Becoming Popular, and which, by the way, he hates when I make puns out of that, but. Like, I saw him at one of the local meetups one time, and I I yelled across the bar, I go, "Matt, you son of a bitch!" And I ran over to him and gave him a big bear hug.
How many of the meetups have you been to?
I've only been to a few. This was one of the 21 plus meetups. There's a group in Minnesota that does 21 plus meetups.
Funny story. I've never been to a single Brony meetup here in Georgia. Not one.
I might go to the Minnesota Bronies
You're beautiful.
you're a pig.
I can't think. That's the thing. My brain can't think of puns, and the first thing that came to mind was Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. And I'm like, well, you're Piglet.
You know, I'm sorry if I snorted at that show.
You know what? I'm gonna ham it out. I don't know.
There you go. That wasn't bad. Ham bone or something like that.
I'm gonna. You're a pig. Right.
Can I give you a hint on how to do a proper pun?
How?
Think of the pun you're going to make first and build your sentence around it.
How does that even work? How do you even begin?
Okay.
I'm gonna pause this. Good song, by the way. Do you know it was good?
No, that's great stuff. I love his work. I really do.
I think there are a lot of unappreciated musicians. Not unappreciated, but
if only there was a site that posted music.
You're a pig. All right, so let's just say, fine, Jeff. Go ahead. All right.
You're a pig. Okay,
I don't even know what to say anymore. All
okay,
right.
hold on. Paleo.
Huh?
You're a fan of whales and porpoises and dolphins. Name something associated with that area of biology.
With that area of biology?
Sperm whale.
Okay, that could be made off of that, but come on.
Let's see.
Just anything. Just give me
Okay,
something.
right now I'm just thinking of an anime.
Well, it doesn't matter. Give me any subject. I just wanted to involve you.
Any subject. Pod.
Okay.
Can I just pause for 1 second? 1 second, because I know Jax plays in the chat right now, and I want to. Can I be this guy for a second? So I'm scrolling through my news feed for YouTube, and I subscribe to Claire Corlett, who is, the voice of Sweetie Belle.
Yeah, yeah.
And I saw that she liked this video on YouTube.
Which one?
Jax Blade.
Wait, link it so we can see this.
FPS silly string, is that the one?
Wait. Link it. Okay, here we go.
Jax Blade's like, I want to
Oh,
kill her.
no.
Jax Blade's like, I want to kill her.
No. That's so bad.
Jax Blade's my bro. He knows.
Saber, you know how to, like, bring a conversation to down.
What has Claire been watching? There's like
that's the thing,
weird
yeah.
things she's been liking.
Huh. Alright. Gonna... Alright, so what were you talking about now?
Oh, yeah, okay, just a second. Look at your Skype real quick. Do you see what I sent you? Do you see what I'm trying to get across there?
Alright,
I don't know how to do that.
Wait, 1 second.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, okay, you said pod.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what you do if you want to come up with a good pun off of that, alright, let's say that the pun is about pods. Then you have to think of an associated word. So what's a word associated with pod?
You asking me?
I'm asking both of you.
Dolphins?
Peas?
Oh.
Wait, what did you say?
I said peas.
Okay. So, peas.
Urine.
You take that and you build a sentence around it. So, peas sounds like peace. So, so if it's about peace, then you say something like, I make puns about pods, but I think we really need to bring peas to this conversation.
Oh.
See? You go backwards.
Right, give me one. I'll try it right now.
Okay, make a pun off of barn.
I don't want to make a pun about barns. Give me something better.
No.
Barns? That's stupid. All right.
What, you have a hard time building a pun off of that?
Yeah. All right. That's what you did. Okay. Wait.
I think you really need to shed this nasty disposition.
Shut up! All right. What can I do? Okay.
Hey, now.
The rooster tolls for thee.
Look, all you have to do is you think of different words, and then you can definitely farm a bunch of puns out of it.
Shut up! All right, you're stealing all the good ones. That's the problem, dude.
I'm going to give you another one.
No. Okay, fine.
Clock.
Work. Wait, you said clock?
You could have said you don't have any time for it. You could have said...
my father's calling me. His father.
You know what?
You get it? No, I'm good at puns. Give me another one.
You're not good at puns.
I'm new. Give me another one. Give me another one.
Pizza.
Hut.
You're a piece of shit.
Saber, if you were in the IRC right now, you'd have gotten kicked.
I think he just dropped. Wait, pizza. Okay, so let me.
I only know that because of Game Grumps.
I don't know.
Give me another one.
No, no.
Oh, okay, pizza. Okay, Italians. Okay, World War II. Okay, World War II.
No. You're going way too far with it. Okay, you're going way too far. Your jokes are just half baked.
Shut up! All right, give me a slice. Oh, dang! I could have made that work.
Oh, see, he made a connection there.
I could have said, give me a slice of life.
All right, now top it off.
Jeez. And the
look, a lot of these puns are gonna be super cheesy. Okay, just try to. But on this stream, try to keep it from being too saucy.
I love you. olives? You're a pig, Chef.
That's the worst.
I think you're cutting this the wrong way.
There, that's not bad.
Allow me to serve it up.
Shut up! Yeah, that was real deep dish. You see, I don't know. I don't know. You could have made a joke about how I'm a crusty old man. You could have said something along the line. I don't know. Give another subject. Let's do one more.
You give me one.
I keep giving you them and you keep failing. I'm gonna let you choose and see if you can do it off of your own topic.
Okay, give me another one.
No, you come up with it.
Bears.
Bears? Okay. Make a pun off of that. This one should be really easy.
I can't bear this.
There, see? Paleo got it.
That's because he stole the one I wanted. All right.
Well, he's a grizzled veteran.
All right, well, give me... Give me... No. Give me...
Saber, when it comes to puns...
No, stop it!
I think your brain is
Please,
hibernating.
will you just pause? I did it! You walked right into that. For the last 10 minutes, I was waiting for that. I actually planned that.
You're a bad liar.
No, I'm not. I'm excellent. You fell right for that. I did it, guys. I made a bear pun. I told him to pause. Did you all see that? God, I'm good.
Somebody get
bear pun with your bare hands.
Somebody get him like one of those certificates with like a scratch and sniff sticker on it.
Yeah, that's good. Better than my college diploma. All right. Political science. All right, we ready to wrap this up for the night?
Was there more content to go through?
No. That's about it.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is kind of running late.
We're pushing the 2-hour mark, which is the longest episode yet, I think. But it's been a good one. This Brony Breakdown, what can we say? All right, well, I'm going to have both... What? Jeff,
this is Brony Breakdown. What can we say?
Well, this is Brony Breakdown.
Thank you. You introduced the show at the end of it. Well done.
Shut up! Isn't it funny how this is the most popular show on the network and is the most unprofessional by far?
It's a travesty.
I feel horrible because EQI and Dusty all those shows they have the highest quality production, guys. Guys, if you're watching right now, go watch one of their shows. Dusty's show airs on Mondays at time. EQI airs on Wednesday at certain time. Go watch it.
You know what, guys? Here's at certain time, EQI air is good for health. No, here's the thing.
What?
Guys, honestly, this is Paleo knows this too. This is me and Saber and Paleo's dynamic in real life. This is just nonstop.
Yeah, it really is.
You throw race into the mix too, and it's just
chaos.
Yeah, it's hilarious
in a good way. I mean, this is it's
I should say. I mean, we really ought to press people that if you are on the fence at all about going to Vegas, you should totally go because it's going to be craziness like this.
Yeah,
it'll be so much fun.
Well, I mean, it's just you get to hang out with good people, and that's the best part about these cons. Is I love the voice actors. I love getting the chance to talk to people like Cathy, and I love the chance and Cathy and pause. All right, pause. I'm talking here.
Yeah, this is Brony Breakdown.
What can you say? This is Brony Breakdown, so there you go.
Let's just do it. Let's just
go. Yeah. All right, yeah, Brony Breakdown. Oh, Lord. All right, we're closing up for the night. I'll keep you all updated by tomorrow. We're gonna figure out what's going on with the Brony Breakdown. As far as this month goes. Paleo and I have been cranking out work for the documentary, and we're getting to a very critical phase where we need to give it a lot of attention. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we are, chatting with you guys because we love doing this. And Draft, thank you for helping us out, and you're always a welcome person to come by and hang out with us. Always enjoy company.
No, it's always fun. I enjoy it when you invite me because I love it. As you say, we tear stuff up. I should say too, guys, I'm really excited because Saber is going to be doing music posting this week. Ha ha!
Yep, we're finally getting to it, and we got my team put together, and we'll be doing music post. Yay! So keep an eye out for that. So there'll be EFN will be a place to go to see all the freshest and best music. What?
Pigs.
Pigs.
Spaghetti.
Paley, got anything you want to say before we close out?
I don't think so.
I wish you could be at Vegas, Paleo.
Yeah,
really
but I
do.
can't.
I
because of
know.
school.
What about EQLA? Will you be able to make it to that, Paleo?
Yeah, I'll definitely make it to that because that's at the end of my semester. So.
I think you want to say suspense. Or
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I get out of jail then. He's on parole.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing it, Paleo. It's always fun. Somebody needs to keep Saber in check. I just make matters worse.
No, Paleo's the anchor for me when it comes to this stuff. So Unicon, I mean,
if you ever act too stupid, I'll just hit you or something.
Yeah, Paleo really is like the realistic side of me. So, you know, that would be. I'm probably gonna die in Vegas. I'm just being real.
I think you'll be fine.
Oh, go visit the Mirage. They have dolphins.
But with the Mirage, what if it's not there? Pause. All right, so
that was a pun.
It was?
That was a very low grade pun.
Yeah, because it's the name of the hotel. But
it took me a moment, but I saw what you did there.
I guess you can say my
humor
is pretty dry. I said dry because it's a desert. We're closing this out.
There you go. There we go.
I'm learning. All right, Brony Breakdown signing off. Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.